Good afternoon once more, and a very warm welcome to all of you to the fifth General Assembly of the Copernicus Climate Change Service here in the beautiful city of Den Haag. And I've been told that some of you have in fact arrived by bicycle all the way from Germany and the UK. Congratulations on that pro-climate feat. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ali El Jabri. I'm a professional moderator and presenter with Pro Moderation. The climate is one of the topics I work on the most. It's a great pleasure to be with you, and I look forward to learning from your exceptional expertise. Let's get some practical announcements out of the way before we delve into the program. So, for those joining us on site, we strongly encourage the use of face masks. We have a networking dinner on Wednesday, very close to the venue. You're all invited. Should you decide not to join or you're unable to join, please do notify the staff at registration when you came in. There will be recordings of the plenary sessions, also of the presentations, and they will be published on the GA website 1 week after the event. Please do join us on Twitter using hashtag C3SGA2022. Let me also welcome our online audience. I think there's a couple of dozen of them. Please keep your mics and cameras switched off at all times. You can access the presentations at the GA website. And before you leave the conference, that is the people online, if you leave the conference and decide not to return, please help us improve the conference by filling in the survey. There should be a link in the Zoom chat that you can use for that. Upon completion of the survey, you'll receive a prize, I've been told. Not sure what it is, but it's worth it. So how does the program look like today? We'll have an opening session. Then we will have our first among 7 thematic sessions. Then after the coffee break, we'll have poster sessions where some of you will have an opportunity to present very briefly the research that you are working on. And by about 6 o'clock, it'll be time for some cocktails and snacks. Very excited to be with you. Let's do a quick applause that this GA is taking place in a real location and not online. How about that? Let us then kick off with the opening session. Due to other obligations, the first speaker was not able to join us on location, but is joining us online. Representing DG DEFIS, I'm delighted to give the floor to Mr. Hugo Zunker. Mr. Zunker, are you with us? There you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Please
I hope you
receive
can
our
see and
generous
hear.
applause that will travel all the way to Brussels, and then the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I'm very happy to be with you today and to open this conference. Even if I see you all, I think in kind of a 2-centimeter thumbnail, so it's difficult for me to recognize any colleagues and friends in particular. So as was mentioned, this is the first in-person General Assembly since 2019, so last year. We had a General Assembly that was held completely virtual in May 2021. So I'm really happy that this year is different and the meeting can be really a real assembly. So unfortunately, I'm mostly happy for you, but I'm really very sorry and feel very sad that I miss mingling with the C3S crowd on this occasion. In May 2021, at the last assembly, so there was the space regulation for the new European space program was just adopted. So this is now the first General Assembly under this new agreement with all the contribution agreements put in place. This agreement provides 240 million euro for the period of 2021-2027. And let me do a parenthesis here to mention that well, there were some process delays last year in signing this agreement, so funding came a bit slower than initially anticipated. And I would so like to thank everybody for bearing with us, so to say, until this was signed. So we appreciate that this was a painful period for staff concerned, and as well that contractors had made an effort to provide continuity to the activities until the new funding was there. So as I said, we appreciate a lot this effort and this motivation to keep the service going. Now coming back to the new agreement and the new period looking forward. So on one hand, 240 million euro is a significant amount, but still we will need to remain focused on some central objectives. So the first central objective of this new agreement is, of course, to provide continuity to what has been provided in the past, and to fund the certain necessary developments that are needed to keep up with the advance of technological and scientific progress. There is then a limited number of enhancements that we will do, or the service will be implementing to respond to new policy and user needs. And this is as well to keep relevant and to connect very well to the policies both at EU and member states level. So this means that we need to, so to say, to keep the eye on the ball and make sure that we spend our resources and effort where they are really most effective to meet these two objectives of continuity and enhancements. So I would like to point out that all the services, in a way, are under the same budgetary strain, if you want to say so. With the exception maybe of the atmosphere service that is developing really a completely new block of service, namely this CO2 monitoring to support the global stock-taking process. In the past, you have built already relationship with quite a number of policy user groups at European level, such as my colleagues from DG Klima and Environment, INPA, etc., but as well with your counterparts as national level. So I strongly encourage you to continue to do so, because this is really essential and part of the success of this overall service. In the same way, you have, of course, contributed significantly to international to international efforts, such as, for instance, the COPs and the IPCC reports, where there are multiple and numerous mentioning and citations of C3S in there. So this means that you can really be proud of your achievements. And in delivering really excellence in this service, you have as well raised, of course, the expectations of users and the communities. And this shows that, for instance, my colleague Francesca Sommer, who is with you, and myself, we are seeing more and more pull coming from our policy colleagues on the different areas. So to see how Copernicus, and specifically in this case C3S, can help in their work, notably in the context of the Green Deal framework. So I would like to thank you and close and thank you for your dedication and the past works. And we are really looking forward to work with you, of course, in the next period, in the next years, and to deliver interesting and relevant results in the future. So with this, I would like to wish you a very nice General Assembly, and I will try to keep follow this remotely as far as possible. So thank you very much, and yes, have a nice conference.